1 second. He was, in fact, Baker acted at one point.
Yeah, he was. He
yeah.
was, yeah, and he did. But I just have to add to that, listen, the environment of a group home versus a prison and how he's going to be treated, we have to take that into account, too, because it may be the way he's treated in prison causes him to react with violence, which spirals downward in terms of his abilities when he gets out.
Yeah, again, just so many factors to consider. Michael, stand by. All right, folks, welcome back. We're going to continue now with our coverage of this hearing and the teacher beaten case involving Brendan Depa. Brendan Depa was 17 years old when he assaulted a teacher on what is now pretty much a viral video. Severe injuries, and now the judge has to determine. And he has three options, Judge, remind us.
Yes, so the defense is really good at outlining. We have traditional adult, we have youthful offender, and we have juvenile sanctions. Let's just bring back in quickly our national trial attorney, Michael Jaafar. Michael, you know, I think both sides doing an excellent job highlighting all the potential arguments, the opportunities for the court. I think that I am landing on, I think this judge is going to go with the adult options, given the history, the vicious violence, and the prior interventions that didn't work. Your thoughts?
I was going to say that this judge should go with whatever he would sentence a person not dealing with autism, which would be the adult version. And I'll tell you why. Because at the end of the day, by sentencing him that way, he should not get a break by having autism, right? He should not. He's not like a nonverbal autistic person. He's a person who could appreciate the wrongfulness of his conduct. So what I was going to say was, I think the judge should sentence him as though he is not dealing with autism, but then he adds the caveat that he needs to get mental health treatment. And the reason that I think that that would be fair is because with the mental health treatment, they could conceivably keep them in jail much longer than they would for a person who was rehabilitated, who was not dealing with autism, because there's at least infrastructure within the prison system to treat people with mental health issues. I've told you multiple times how lacking our system is in the United States on people who have not yet committed a crime but need mental health treatment. And they end up committing a crime because there's no treatment before that. Florida's a little bit better than the rest of the country, but a lot of the states in the country are not that good. So I think this judge should sentence him with the adult version, with the caveat that he needs to get mental health treatment, because you give a minimum, but there's no maximum at that point. The minimum is, here's what I'm sentencing you. If somebody not dealing with autism would have beaten somebody within an inch of their life viciously, right, I would sentence them to X, whatever, 15 years. I know the minimum is 3.5, 15 years, 10 years. This is how I would sentence them because of the depravity of the conduct. And I'm not going to give you a break because you're autistic. And oh, by the way, you need to get treatment. So that's what I think, Judge Ashley.